Hello Pisces, how are you? It's me, Lauren, with the Untitled Tarot. I'm back and you're back, or it's your first time here, and then we're happy to have you. I'm so happy to be here with you, Pisces. You know, I don't normally go in order for the weekly signs. I just kind of like see who jumps out at me, but I did it in order this time, and I have been waiting. I've been waiting to get to the Pisces reading. I am a sun sign Pisces. I have Pisces in Mercury, I believe. I have a couple Pisces placements. So I'm very familiar with the Pisces energy, and it's just like very soothing for me. I've been like looking forward to this reading, just like, I want to bask in the Piscean waters. Like, I love it. So we've moved up in the basement. That's fun for us. It might be a little dark in here. I'm sorry if it is. I could turn the lights up, but I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm sleepy. I'm not sleeping well. There's a lot of paranormal activity. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm not turning the lights up. We're going to keep it low key, Pisces, okay? But I laid out your spread beforehand, and I used the Everyday Witches Tarot, and I also used the Star Keepers Oracle, the Starseed Oracle, the Starseed Oracle. I mix up the Light Seers Tarot and the Starseed Oracle. I mixed those up. But I used the Starseed Oracle, and I used the Everyday Witches Tarot. And you have a very interesting little spread here, my baby fishies. First card you got out was Baby Steps. Hi. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. This is you, my little Pisces, right at the precipice, right at the gateway. There is very sense of, there's like a workhorse energy going on with you guys, which I love. Because, see, the thing with Pisces is people like to say that Pisces they're lazy, or they're unfocused, or they're wishy-washy, which can for sure be true, absolutely. But when a Pisces gets it in its head that it wants something or it wants to do something, they go so in the opposite direction, so full steam, that sometimes you could like burn out your little fins, right? But this is you, baby steps. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. I mean, you're a Pisces, so you're a very intuitive sign. So you're used to following your intuition, but it's very easy to second guess yourself sometimes, right? It's not that you almost like aren't trusting the information that you're getting, it's you don't trust yourself, right? And I love, I don't know if you can really see it well on the camera, but there's a little person here, and then there's another person here. And one way of looking at it as though it's almost like there are people waiting in line, you know, say it's people, everybody on their spiritual journey trying to get, you know, everybody hits this one part, and then you go through the next level and you go through the next level. But when I'm looking at it, it actually looks more like a time lapse, right? It's like those baby steps, like you've had to learn so many of your life lessons, gone through so many trials and tribulations, every little baby step. It takes you a long time to get all the way up here, right? It's levels. It takes time to get to all these different levels. And I see these women as almost like little time lapses, you know, because the amount of time that it's taken you to take all these little baby steps, you know, it's some time. And so it's almost like this time lapse of like your growth. And then next out, you have here as longing for home, homesick for the stars, right? And I love this coloring. It looks very much like the backdrop of here, as though you're on a quest, Pisces. You're on a journey. I don't really know what you're looking for. I'm not sure if you do. I think that actually might be it. And it, you know, it's almost like I was longing to like get back in the Piscean energy, because it's such a comfortable, familiar energy for me. It's like this longing for home. Like, yeah, I say this, I've said it in one of the other weeklies that I did. I don't remember who it was, but it's that feeling of just being like, oh, I just want to go home, but like, I don't know where home is, you know, just feeling like discontented. Like, I don't know if it's me, or I don't know if it's these people, or I don't know if it's this place, but it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like I'm supposed to be here. It feels like I'm supposed to be doing something else. Pisces get that a lot. You're very intuitive signs, and you're very mutable. And so you're very adaptable. Like, you can see yourself in a lot of different situations, being a lot of different versions of yourself, right? Interacting with different kinds of people, which sometimes can be the thing that actually clouds your intuition. Your one of your strengths can kind of turn into your weakness, because you have the ability to kind of see things in so many different ways, and almost kind of like clouds up your judgment a little bit. So it's like you kind of have to take these little baby steps along your journey to make sure that you have your footing each way. Otherwise, you're a Pisces, you'll just like wiggle off like a fish out of a bowl, right? But it's almost as though like you're hoping that once you get up here, and you get to cross this precipice. It's almost like you're gonna fall into here. You're gonna fall into home, into a place, into a group of people, into a job or a project or a person or this element, this aspect of yourself that's gonna almost like fill this void, right? It's like this one, it's just like one little person in the middle of all of this. It's almost like, hello, hello. And if you look, actually, look, well, would you look at that? Look at her. I can't really see this camera. I'm gonna have to turn the lights on. It's gonna piss me off. See this woman with this little, her dress, and she's holding it out here. You can't see it super well, but it's the same figure as right here. They're doing the same thing. You really did jump through the other side, or you're trying to jump through to the other side because you're looking for home. It's like this longing feeling, right? It's like that comfort, that missing piece for yourself, whatever that is for you. And then next out, you got the Seven of Pentacles. Things are just flying. The Queen of Wands, and you got the Emperor. You got that up next, because I was like, what is home? Like, what is on the other? And I'm looking at these. I'm like, so this is what you're working on. I'm like, this is the first card out. I'm like, so you're obviously working on something. Like, you're putting in the work. You're taking these baby steps. You're climbing up this ladder. You're doing the work, Pisces. So here you are. And I'm like, but what do you do? And then I'm looking, and this Queen of Wands, it's like, this is what you're doing. This is how I see it. This is how you want to be seen. Right? Queen of Wands, strong, but nurturing, right? Loving, but she's not going to take any shit. This is very attractive, very sexy, very alluring. It's like, the Queen of Wands is like the prom queen who does like jujitsu on the weekend, right? She'll like take a fire selfie, but also she'll beat your ass if she has to. Like, it's a girl that can do both, right? Like, this is how you want people to see you. Very like strong, but very sexy, very nurturing, like really like boss kind of lady, right? While you're doing all this work to put yourself in the position. But what you actually want to be is the Emperor. You want to be the mover and the shaker. You want to be the person that's in control. You want to be the person that's planning out, sketching out these maps, building your own kingdom, sitting on your throne. So it's very interesting, because it's like you're taking these little baby steps to fill like this void in you, or to find like the right place for you, like your purpose, your path. And it's like you're working your ass off. This is what you're doing, and this is how you want people to see you. But this is actually what you want to be, is the Emperor. And then underneath that, and it's like the Seven of Pentacles is that. It's like you're climbing the steps, you're doing the work, but it's fucking killing you, Pisces. You got the Ten of Wands on the side. It's like, is this putting you out yet? You know, and I'm hearing like stubborn, but not in a bad way. Not in like you're self-sabotaging or getting in your own way stubborn. It's like, guys, I'll turn that's this one. I have to like flip it. The camera's flipped. I forget that happens. But do you see? It's like he's still grabbing for this broom. It's like, you stubborn bitch, Pisces. It's like you just won't die. You know, it's like, it feels like for every step you had to take up here, little baby step, it's like you got a sword to go with every one of it, you know? Situations, people, self-doubt, crazy external circumstances from the universe. It's like all of these, and you're still like, oh, I got one more. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna grab this broom, and I'm gonna get up, and I'm gonna pull these swords out of my bag, like you stubborn ass bitch, Pisces. And first of all, I personally love that for you. I love that for you. Don't give up. Never give up. Never surrender, Pisces, ever. And you got the Page of Pentacles and Justice out, which tells me that this is weighing on you. This has been a heavy load. Like, you've been not just carrying your own shit up this mountain, it feels like past life shit, ancestral shit. Like, you're carrying things up. If I had my Queen of the Moon Oracle deck, there's a card that is called Resilience. And it's a woman, and she's climbing up a mountain, and she's got like a big like bag and like bushel, just like crap on her back that she's carrying. That is what it feels like you're doing. But these cards are saying that it is like, it is sanctioned by spirit. Like, Page of Pentacles, like this work is gonna go somewhere. This work is not for nothing. I know you're tired. I know you're feeling a little defeated. You're trying to reach for that broomstick to get the hell out of there, because you're just you're longing for home. You're just trying to push yourself to the other side of the portal. But this is what they're telling you. This is your justice. This is right. This is good. And you know how I know that? Because you got the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Cups up next, right? And at this point in the reading, I noticed that there was very little water so far at all. Like, even in the coloring of the Oracle cards, like nothing, nada for a Pisces, which I thought was very interesting. Because normally, Pisces, you swim through situations. So this time you're climbing, or you've been. And that's interesting. But it's like, this is right. This work, this climbing. Yes, you feel tired. Yes, you might feel a little defeated, but you got fights in you. I see you, Pisces. You're stubborn in all of the best ways, at least in this situation. I do not endorse that statement for the rest of the silly shit I know you're doing on your free time, but in this situation, I endorse your stubbornness because it's right. It's right. It will bring you victory. The fortune and karma are in your favor. Page of Pentacles. This is stable, right? Three of Cups. There will be victory and celebration and community, right? It's like this longing for home, right? Homesick. It's like lack of family, lack of community. It's not that maybe you could just be feeling really isolated right now, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean that there aren't like people or friends or family around you, but it's just also just like soul tribe, like people who just understand you. Just, you don't even really have to explain yourself because they just like are operating on the same vibration, right? But it's coming. Like it's coming. You're working your steps, but you're getting there. And so then we really needed to get into a little bit of advice for you. The next card you got out was water your garden, Pisces. Finally, a little water in this damn reading. You guys are gonna like a goldfish. What's going on? Nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Look how nice that looks. Don't you want that, Pisces? Look, this is how you're feeling. Source is like, take a bubble bath. It's like in the Seven of Pentacles card. She's got a glass of wine on the table over here, but she's too busy tending to her flock. She's even got the cat at work. Even the house cat is busy tending to these pentacles. The poor cat. Put the grapes out of your hand, pick up the wine glass, have a bubble bath. Take a chill pill, whatever you gotta do, Pisces, but find a little water. I feel relieved just looking at this card. I hope you do too. If you cannot do any of those things, just stare at it for an extra minute and just imagine that you're in here, right? All of this. Finally, a little water. And it's interesting because it's followed up by star ancestors. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Right? I think it's funny because it's like you're climbing, and the spirit's like, go deeper. And you're like, but, and they're like, go deeper. And you're like, but I just made it to the 13th floor. And they're like, yeah, but we told you to go to the garage. And you're like, son of a bitch, are you kidding me? And I think that's maybe is when Pisces, you're like, I'm gonna take the night to myself. Like, I'm gonna watch some Netflix. I'm gonna get a little wine drunk. I'm gonna take my Union 5, okay? But I love it because it's like finally you get all of this water in, like spirit is saying, and right immediately after it is a desert, right? It's like these two polarities. Is it Venus is in a retrograde in Gemini. So that's interesting, just thinking about like polarities right now. But it's like, this is kind of what you're working with. And this is what you need to be doing. Source is saying, take a night off. I think you're working so hard on whatever this is for you. You could be starting up a business. You could be working your way through an ascension. You could be doing 1,000 things, 50 shades of activities. Who knows, right? But I think that the real guidance in here is to take like as frequent as possible breaks. They don't have to be long. They don't have to be crazy, but you really need to take, because I can feel like, it's like I didn't want to turn the lights on. I was like, I'm tired. And I wasn't tired like before I started this. So I just feel like you guys are just maybe working yourselves a little hard. And Source is saying, like, we sanction this work. Like, we want you to do this. Like, you're doing a good job. You're doing what we want you to be doing. And you're on path. But you're wearing yourself out a little bit, right? Also, part of this wanting to be this Emperor energy is also wanting to be, like, super in control of everything, right? Especially as a Pisces. Pisces are very emotional. Sometimes we feel very wishy-washy and out of control. So to embody Emperor energy is like awesome for a Pisces. That's like, it feels almost impossible sometimes, you know, but to get like a little taste of it and you could just run wild and it just, we need to watch a movie, Pisces. You need to have like a glass of wine or a bubble bath. Like you need to take a little breaks, even if it's just like 5-minute sanity breaks, like throughout the course of your day, just to be like, okay, whatever you got to do. Scream into a pillow, whatever it is, right? But kind of releasing some of that steam. I feel like when you're able to relax, that's when you're going to get a lot of this lost wisdom in, right? It's almost like kind of soaking yourself and really like nourishing it. And it's almost like, I'm almost seeing it's like she's like in a tub, right? And it's like the tub finally drains, it all drains, and then it's like the truth of the matter, right? Like the bare bones of a situation. And that happens to me. A lot of times I'll be stressed out, be like, okay, and I'll go and I'll take a bubble bath and I'll just lay in there, and it's just like epiphanies, realizations, just like, oh, that's what that was. Oh, I see. You know, and it's like you drain the tub and you get out and you just feel different. You just feel better. You feel a little bit like clearer, energized, refreshed, like you kind of purge some stuff out. You know, it's like you get to see the meat from the potatoes a little bit more. And I think that will go back into helping you trust your intuition, right? Because when you're in the thick of it, it's hard to do that. You're just like so much in the hustle, you know? And with justice and the Wheel of Fortune here, like it feels like there's a lot riding on it. I get it. It's a big deal for you. But just try and take some frequent breaks because you don't want to burn yourself out. And you have the Knight of Swords coming out next, which confirms to me exactly what I just said, that once you just release some of the steam out of the kettle, like some of that pressure, you're going to really be able to see the forest from the trees a little bit more. And that's going to help your intuition. It's going to bring in these messages of clarity for you, from your higher self, from source, right? That's that lost wisdom. It's not really lost. It just can't be seen because it's like compacted underneath pressure, right? And that's okay because pressure makes diamonds, but also chill out. Life's stressful right now. Watch your blood pressure, Pisces. I worry about you. But you got the Devil in reverse, which tells me that you are working on it, right? You are trying to go in, and this doesn't necessarily have to mean like you're putting down booze or you're putting down substances or toxic behaviors. Like literally working yourself to death is like a devilish behavior, right? That could be like a negative thing. Working yourself to death, not giving yourself a break, telling yourself that you didn't deserve it or you didn't earn it or whatever the hell it is. No. Being too hard on yourself, Pisces. That's devilish behavior. Not being your own worst enemy, right? You don't have to be like your own like slave driver. Like chill out. It's okay. Like it's okay. You're not on the clock. Like you don't have to put yourself on the clock, right? What are you gonna do? Write yourself up? Stop it. Stop it. You're silly. You're silly, Pisces. And next out, look, you have the Eight of Pentacles. See, so they're telling you, it's not like don't not work. Don't like keep doing what you're doing. But it's like, help me. How do I want to say this? The working isn't the problem, but it's like you're almost too focused on the result of the work, like what the end result is going to be, instead of getting a little bit like lost in the fun and the flow of work, right? Like the process of it. You know, she's got all these different jars. She's just putting stuff in. It's like being in your kitchen, you know, just throwing stuff in a pot, just making garbage casserole. And you're like, oh, well, this is what it is, you know? And sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes it's delicious, but like you had fun. You got lost in the flow of it, right? That creative movement of letting yourself expand and contrast and experience new things and seeing how you feel about it, you know? It's that flow of work, the fun of work. And then you got the Ten of Wands out in reverse, right? Going back to putting this devil down. I can see that you're working on it. Followed up by the World, Pisces. Because you are. All this hard work, you are moving up these stairs like the snow miser, one foot in front of the other, right? You are going to make it to the other side of this portal. And that's so beautiful. But I think Spirit's just saying, like, you're going to get there, but just don't be so hard on yourself. Just take a break. Just take a break. It's Sunday night. Enjoy. Enjoy. Start a new Netflix show or something. Do something. Have an ice cream sundae. Life's short, right? And then your final little advice card from the Starseed Oracle is, oh, I love this card so much. It's double mission. Light worker Starseed. Serve the world by being you, Pisces. Right? That's about having the fun and the flow of it. Right? Like, what's the point if you're not gonna enjoy it a little bit? Have a little bit. I mean, you're doing all this work, like, insert a little fun. Like, even this girl, I'm seeing, like, she's got like a little smirk on her face, you know, like, I know what I'm doing. I'm just messing around over here, right? She's not almost like aloof, just kind of like, oh, I'm just checking it. Like, her hands are dirty. Like, she's having fun. I think that's also part of this, trying to instill a little more creativity or fun or life, or even just trying to relax a little bit, right? That self-care, that nourishment will kind of, I think, breathe more of a life into you and into what you're doing, right? Because obviously you're longing for something. This is a cycle change for you. I'm just looking at this homesick for the stars. Like, it feels like your purpose, right? That's what it feels like you're looking for your purpose. And it seems like you're doing all the right things to stumble upon it, but also part of your purpose and everything that you're supposed to do as a soul here is also to enjoy yourself. To enjoy yourself, to enjoy your own company, to enjoy your time, right? That's why we work hard, so that way we can enjoy the time that we take off. Yes, that's how speech works. You know, it's like if all you did was relax, then there would be no fun in it. It would feel like dirty and gluttonous, and it wouldn't be cool, right? You'd feel lazy. And when you work all the time, like, it has to be balanced. You have to be balanced, Pisces. You work hard, so play a little too. You should enjoy your life. You should enjoy your time. You should enjoy yourself. And you should enjoy the fruits of your labor. And it looks like you're going to. But just close your eyes, float around, separate yourself. Namaste, girl. Namaste for a minute, okay? That's your advice from Source this week. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I love doing these. These are so fun. It's like I get to play Nancy Drew. And it's really fun for my Pisces. Fish swim in schools, you know. So, are there any updates? I have no updates. Not really. I have a couple ideas that I'm working on for the channel. So that's fun for me. So hopefully we'll get some of those out this week. Other than that, all the information should be in the description box. Personals are open. You should comment and chat with me. You should subscribe of your own free will, not just because I'm asking to. I'm not asking, I'm suggesting it if you want to come back. If you don't want to come back, then I wish you well on your journey. Yeah. All right, Pisces. It's been real. Double mission. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Take a bath. Have some wine. Oh.